And I'm actually in 3 bands, but I think the band that you were focused on the most for the purpose of this project was a band called Me and My Ex, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's my ex-wife Ginny and me.
Now start. The strumming is wrong. It doesn't sound like a good song. It doesn't sound like that.
Really?
The right song. Yeah, something's wrong.
We would often be asked to, like, hey Rob, bring out your guitar, and everyone would sing, and we'd sing at parties, but we were not a band. It was after we were divorced that Ginny asked if we could put together a CD for our children, Maddie and Aiden, something they could remember us by, so we went to the studio. So we had our first gig in Woodstock, New York, at a place called Jacobs, and the rest is sort of history.
One thing people have always said to us is that we were the poster children for divorce. And people think that it's great how we can still get together and even perform together, being divorced, and people have said that they've used us as a role model, and that it's great for kids seeing that their parents are still getting together. So I think that's helpful. As far as getting together for the community, we have a small following of people who look forward to us playing, and it gives them a night out, an excuse to get out.
The joy really is in playing. It doesn't matter if you have 1 person or 1,000 people or 100,000 people. In fact, I often find that the smaller crowd is easier to connect with. Forever tension, of course. First of all, I would say that probably all bands experience tension, no matter who they are, what their relationships are, what their backgrounds are. So certainly, as ex-husband and wife, there are some very heated and tense moments. Yeah.
No, stop.
Well,
when you said stop, you just didn't say fast enough.
all of that, there's still always humor that guides us and keeps us doing what we do and what we actually love to do.
I didn't get that memo.
I was wondering, why does it not sound anything like this?
This is really slow.
This is really sad.
Oh, and sometimes our daughter Maddie joins us. That's some way that we have evolved. That's her.
They bicker non-stop, but I mean they always say they're good about it, and they're for being a divorced couple, they're nice to each other, but they are kind of crazy, and the rehearsals almost always end with my mom yelling at my dad, but it always ends up being okay.
Really a terrific experience. I love it, I threaten to quit once a month, but I haven't. I'm still here, and I love my band, and that's it.
I'm Dylan Doyle. I'm a local Hudson Valley musician. I've been playing guitar now for about 6.5 years professionally, for about 4 years. Started off playing mandolin. I was really into Celtic music, so I learned a few Celtic standards, and then when nobody played the mandolin, I had to transfer over to the guitar just for the sake of being able to jam with people. And then shortly after I started guitar, I started taking lessons from a guy named Rob Stoner, who is the bass player and backup vocalist on Don McLean's American Pie, was also the band leader and bass player for Bob Dylan through the Desire album and Rolling Thunder Review. And you know, from those lessons, the first lesson he's like, I'm not going to teach you how to play other people's songs, I'm going to teach you how to solo and write your own songs, and allowed me to see the world in a more colorful and artistic way. And it's allowed me to travel a lot more. I mean, that's becoming about half of what I do now is touring. And so it's allowed me to meet new people, expose me to different cultures and lifestyle. I started playing shows when I was, I think, in 2012, which would make me about 13 or 14, and then I started touring. I was 13. I started touring in 2014, my sophomore year of high school, when I was 15. Last year, I wrote pretty much the whole record we have out now in my 7th period study hall. Not the music, just I would write the lyrics in there. I would, you know, put on some Bob Dylan or some jazz and just write and read poetry and that. That was a great 40 minutes every day. It was like dedicated to writing. And now
Cry, cry, but I left you there. Lie, lie, lie. Tell me, darling, why? Wanna throw this love away when I won't do anything to hold you one more day. I swear.
You know, common as that sounds, it literally just fell into my hands, and I was good at it and I enjoyed it. So it quickly though went from just being like, oh, I enjoy this, to where I want to. There wasn't really actually a moment where I was like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. It was just I never really made that decision. It happened. I want to keep writing songs, make sure my songwriting is getting better, you know, and be able to share my music with as many people as possible, and make music with as many people as possible, learn, just become a master of the craft, and you know, be able to communicate the craft to other people who can communicate better or different. You know.